Okay, everybody, here we are again. This time I'm not dead tired, so it should be a little bit better. We're going to build a 6-piston boxer as fast as humanly possible because I don't feel like filling up my hard drive that quickly. We need... where are they? These are not very organized, the Phoenix props. Oh, it's useful. There's barrel, blue barrel, blue barrel. If I'm rushing too bad at the video, slow it down. Stacker again. Oh, that's crooked. Wrong gun. One. That's crooked too. You must get stacker if you're going to do an engine. You must get weight tool if you're going to do an engine. And I really recommend advanced duplicator if you're going to do an engine. There's those. This is the other direction. There's those. They're all welded, they're all no collided. There's our 6 pistons. Shift E, or it's actually use and sprint to straighten things out. So if you have it like this, it straightens to a 45. You have it like this, 45. Perfect 90s. Everything has to be perfect or it ain't gonna work. A lot of people are complaining about things spazzing. It does take a long time if you're going to use something that's not a standard cylinder. Alright. Crankshaft's got to be bigger this time. Obviously. 1, 2. Same wheel, however. Okay. Try to make sure the crank is in line with at least one set of these as far as the ends go. It's going to matter when we put it all in the cage. Okay. How much room do we have? That's a decent amount of room between. Alright, stacker again. God damn it. Alright. We've got to stacker this back. Or up. I'm not sure which way. Up. And we're going to set the offset. That's too far. Actually, we could offset it to the center. Hit hit whatever you do to get it in the console view instead of the full view. No. More. No. 45 or 6. Try 46. That looks perfectly centered. Go. Alright. I'm going to remove the end. I had it twice, my bad. Stacker again. 1 this time. A smaller gap. We're just going to line it up in front of each cylinder set. 20, I think, actually works. Yes, and then down. Actually, that needs more. 21. What did I just do? Undo. More. 22. Okay, that's close enough. We're going to smart weld it. Do not unfreeze it. 6 welds. You could actually smart weld these as well. I should do all 6 together, but that's centered enough. 15 welds. Touch these. Get this as close to dead level and center as you can. It'll never be really perfect, but that's close enough for our things we're doing right now. Okay, another set of beams. One there, one there. You remember all this. Axis. We're going to put these on either end. No friction, no collide. Since they're frozen in air, they won't spin. They should just stay there until I weld them together, which is the next step. Oh, and I actually have to, I should smart weld these two. What was that? I should be able to drop this now, which I can. Whoop. 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 Okay. Piston time. Get it about eye level. This is the part that's going to be a pain in the ass and take a long time. We're going to use comic props, the standard. Any one of these round signs will work. I like the X. Just seems appropriate. Now you have to manually place these. No stackering this. Ooh, freeze all the barrels or you'll be here killing yourself. Okay. Place them in the barrel. As straight as you can. They shouldn't twist. There should be equal gaps on each end, on each side. You could adjust them always later. Just freeze them in place. The depths will change in a second. Depths. Oh, didn't freeze this side, did I? No. I'm in a frickin' rush. Straight. Oh crap. Don't bring anything you pick up with the physic gun too close to you. Well, you will fly across the map. In my case, in high definition, in front of thousands of people. Oh, tens of people. That's too far in, bring it out. They could actually be sticking out slightly, which will help with the next step, which is attaching the dreaded slider. They still have to be centered though. It's way in there. Out. Now the fun part starts. I did this on a server without no clip. I did it on Kazul's server. And that was a pain in the ass. With no clip, you could actually go and do it inside, which is much easier. Take out your slider tool, step inside the drum. Crap, wrong way. Didn't step far enough. Shoot the back of the barrel, and it will attach itself to the piston. Do this 6 times, obviously. 6 times. This has much less of a tendency to spaz. Oh, did you see that? How the smart snap popped up for the wheel outside? I have no idea why I could see through part of the barrel. But if you see that and that, don't put a slider if you see that, because that means you're going to attach a slider to that. Here, the top part lights up because I'm on the barrel. I have no idea why it does that. I don't know what's wrong with these barrels, but that is one of their flaws. Okay, I now have 6 sliders. Now we can do this, in and out, and adjust to get them right on the edge I'm looking for. You can't really get them off the center. They're locked now. can take off no clip. Ooh, the hell was that? This one's not playing nice, is it? You son of a bitch. I'm gonna go kick that thing's ass right now. Where's my remover gun? I hope you all learned a really important lesson with that little demonstration of stupidity. Save your work. Luckily I had an advanced dupe of something that I undid to this point again. So, now we're back here where we were. Everything's lined up. That's not spazzing now because it's a completely different engine. You'll notice there's a little bit tighter tolerance between these cylinders. And that's fine and dandy. Why do I say that? It's stupid. Alright, we're going to attach the ropes now to the cylinders, signs, whatever the hell you want to call them. We got to pick a side to start with. This side's fine. Rigid rope, take it out, black, a little narrower than that. No added length. Make sure it is rigid. No collide again. Now, I recommend. Unfreeze this. Is it colliding? Why is it spinning? Alright. Line this up pretty straight. Use Shift E, whatever you want to call it, so that this is flat for the first set of cylinders. Rope. Which direction are we turning this? Actually, let's mark that first. We want this to turn. We've got to pick a direction the engine rotates. Clockwise usually works for me. I'm going to mark it so I don't forget what I'm doing. Where the hell is that? Alright, we'll mark it on the top here. Okay. Fine. We won't mark anything. It does exist. I do see it. Odd. Alright. Rigid rope. If it's spinning clockwise in this direction, when this fires, when these two pistons on each end go off and squeeze together, they have to turn this wheel clockwise, which means if the rope is perfectly horizontal from here to the cylinder, it's not going to do anything. It's got to be slightly down. So I'm going to aim a little bit lower than half and attach to the center of the piston. See it, and I'm going to get a little bit above half. Attach to the piston. Okay, that's done. Unfreeze those two cylinders. Freeze this. Oh, it's spinning in the correct direction. What do you know? No, I stopped it. I want it to go 1/3 of the way. There's going to be 3 sets of pistons. It's got to go 1/3 of the way, and then fire again. Now, it's really hard to judge this. It's a 4-sided beam, so I assume if this was completely flat, that'd be 1/4. So I got to go a little more. Hello, cat. What do you want? There. That 1/3 of the way? I really can't judge. That's got to be enough. So now that that's 1/3 of the way, I got the rope tool again. Do the same on this one. You could actually go straight on. Is it really? Once the first one's set. A little bit above. Nah, it's fine. Just go straight on. 2. Unfreeze this next set. 1, 2. Remember, we're rotating clockwise. Come on. Why does it never rotate when I want it to? Hold on. Okay, where was he? Where was I? The last set. It could be on either end of the crank, doesn't matter. Did we get it 1/3? Let's give it a spin. don't know why it's being such a pain in the ass to spin the correct direction. Only with you guys. Only with you. Let's try backwards. There we go. Alright. 4 out of the 6 are working. So let's get that 1/3 again. The same position this was in when we fired. There. See the way the ropes look? And those are straight now, or mostly straight. We got to achieve that again, so just rotate it manually, you don't have to throw it. Come on. Alright. That looks about right. Alright, last set of ropes. Straight. Okay. Come on. Alright, there you go. Alright, so there's our motion. Fire, 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 fire. It's pretty even. It's got to be off slightly. I'll even, where's my color tool? White. Go pure white. And lower it down just a little bit. And now we can see everything working. Look how cool that is. Yay. 1, 2, fire. Actually, those last 2 fire real close together. Which isn't a bad thing. Alright, that's fine. One last step before we go about our business. Take out, where is it? Phoenix, construct. One of these cages there. They work well. You can no collide it with everything by using secondary fire. So now it won't hit anything. See? Ooh. Make sure you do this right before you go swinging into your engine. Alright. Straighten it out. The engine should be perfectly straight with Shift-E. Lock everything in place. And put a cage around the cylinders. It's going to touch the edges. So you'll never get... See that? That'll happen. It won't matter because there's no collide with everything, so it really shouldn't affect anything. And then just center it on the crank. As good as you can. It's not really super critical. How are we up and down? Too high. Okay. Weld that in place. Just to the end pieces. Don't weld this cage to each individual cylinder barrel. I've done that, and it needs the motion to not freak out. See him bounce up and down a little bit? Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. See him bounce up and down? They need that. If you try to weld it in place, the sliders freak out. Just take my advice. Let it have a little motion. Now, weight tool, because this is all too light. 250 I like to use on that, and there. It'll bounce less. The welds hold better. Everything holds better with more weight, to a point. If you make something of 50,000, doesn't matter if you weld it, it's going to fall down. 250 keeps everything nice and straight. Take the weight tool out again. Let's check the weight of these cylinders. 25 is actually alright. The barrels are 20. Barrels are too light. The slider constraint on the barrel you want to hold a little better. So we'll make the barrels 75. I don't want to make this thing weigh too much. Another good thing about Smart Snap, you could tell that you're actually lighting up the barrel. Goes a little bit to the right, and all of a sudden I'm lighting up the cage. Again, the barrels are really funky. And hitting the barrel, I'm hitting the roll cage. Barrel. Alright. Fine and dandy. Keep saying that. And I don't know why. Something to do with nerves and recording this. Now at this point, actually, spinning it either direction shouldn't make a difference. You could choose now if you wanted to go this direction, which is the complete opposite of what I wanted. Just got to kind of visualize it firing, and then firing, and then firing, and making sure that there's never a point where there's no cylinder firing, or else the engine will get, sputtery. There's got to be constant stream of torque through there. Let's line this. Oop! Don't twist that. Twist around. I'm gonna set up the. That's the main physical part again. We've come to that. It's time to do wire.